And so we got a hotel up there, and we arrived, the day before, and we went to bed maybe around 11 or so. And at 2 in the morning, I'm awoken by loud music and startled. And I don't do well when I'm when I'm startled out of bed like that. And I stumbled out of the room and to the balcony, and I looked down, and there's 5 young men, maybe 16, 17, they look like, and they're drinking tanduay, and they're having a good time in the courtyard where all the rooms are surrounding the courtyard, and so they're disturbing everybody there with their music. And so I was thinking, well, there's staff, and they're gonna intervene there, and they didn't. So I went down, and I didn't yell at the boys, but I also wasn't. I was very firm, let's say, and asserted that they needed to turn down music and go in their room. It's 2 in the morning. Well, they did turn down the music, and they were apologetic, and but they stayed out in the courtyard, whispering out there, which is fine. And then after that, I couldn't go back to sleep. Fire, and they're trying to wake everybody up in the hotel, and sure enough, because they were out in the courtyard, they were able to see the fire when it was in its early stages. There, it was in the room directly below the room that Cyril and I were in, and it was the room where all the electrical boxes are, and also they used it as a storage room, so there was all this stuff piled around electrical boxes and everything caught on fire. And it was only because when I came out of the room, I ran down the hall to get a fire extinguisher, and those 5 boys also ran in different directions to find whatever fire extinguishers we could. And my fire extinguisher was rusted to the wall from the sea air, so there was like 2 or 3 of us trying to pull the thing, but fortunately those boys, they were able to get fire extinguishers. They were working on the fire already, and they put it out in time, which was good because the fire department showed up about 40 minutes later. Have to be assertive, and in this instance, I feel like I got that right. It was appropriate for me to say something, and I also didn't do it. I don't feel like I did it with judgment. I didn't, scream at the boys that they're so irresponsible and they're awful, and mainly because in that moment I was looking at them and I was thinking, I remember when I don't know how old I was, maybe 13 or so, and my friends and I, it was a very, very hot summer night in Baltimore, and we snuck up to an apartment complex near our homes to swim. It was late on a weekend, I don't know, it was like midnight, and we broke into the pool at the apartment complex and went swimming, and we made too much, like idiots, we made too much noise, we got caught, and it did not end well for us, and we certainly didn't save any lives that night. And so I remember what it's like to be their age, and just, you do that kind of stuff.